What's up, YouTube? I'm Rich. This is Moto Travel, and we are doing a ride here with my friend Jim down in Massachusetts. That's where I'm headed right now. And this will be a motorcycle confessions. I don't know if we'll have a dual vlog or not. We'll see. Main thing is to get a hot dog. Jim had a lousy hot dog yesterday and needs a good one, so he spotted some new place down in Massachusetts, some new hot dog place, so we're going to go out and try it. He's big on the Chicago dogs. I'm big on chili dogs or kraut dogs or slaw dogs. And should be a good day. We had heavy thunderstorms, lightning last night, tornado warnings, and the tornadoes, I guess, were south of us a little bit, but we had the warnings anyway, which is pretty unusual for this area of the country. We survived. I shut off all the computer equipment because of the lightning. I've had that happen to me before, where we've actually lost a TV because of lightning. My wife will never let me forget that, because she called me up 10 minutes before and said, shut everything off. I didn't. So now I do. What's new here, folks? I watched a video last night by Tony Reno. It was a group ride that he did with a bunch of people, I guess, that he works with. And there were 14 bikes, and they rode up to Mount Etna in Sicily. Beautiful ride. Some very nice roads and scenery. And honestly, that guy amazes me. He actually wrote a rap tune for it, and he rapped at the beginning and the end. It was pretty amazing, really. Very inventive and imaginative and creative guy. Tony, hats off to you, man. I've said it before, I'll say it again. There is no way I could do what you do. Just not made that way, I guess. I gotta put the GPS on. I don't know if you can see this, but I am using the dashboard today, and just for a change, my Android Auto has GB Winging It announced yesterday Honda was coming out with it, but as some of you have seen on my videos, I usually have my own Android Auto. I've had it for as long as I've had this bike, and it's basically just my phone that fits exactly in that space. If you haven't seen it, check out some of my videos. You'll see it there, and I use a software called Car Home Ultra that really kind of gives me that same kind of look as Android Auto. Makes everything very accessible, and I have everything available to me that is typically on my that's on my phone. Not typically, I have access to everything that's on my phone. A lot of that stuff you don't have any use for when you're on a bike, but it's there. What else? What else can we talk about here on the ride down to Brookline, New Hampshire, to the Dunkin' Donuts? That's where I'm going to meet Jimmy. And we'll take a ride from there. What else can we talk about here today? I was watching a bit of HDR's video the other day, and he was talking about the 4 types of moto vlogging, and I pretty much have done them all. 2 of them I really wouldn't call moto vlogging, because there's no talking involved, just music or silence and scenery, and I've done both of those. The other 2 are just talking like I'm talking right now, just kind of relating what's going on. or asking questions or making observations. And then the other type he said was doing this kind of thing only with voiceovers, and I have done that. But I guess my preference is, well, I don't have a preference really. I think each has its place. Jack, I'm telling you, man. Well, I told you in my comment. Each has its place, I think. I did my Arches National Park video with nothing but music. And as I explained to Jack, when you're riding through Arches National Park, pretty much the only thing you can say is, oh my God. And how many times can you say that before people get bored and just shut off the sound? So I figured on that one I would highlight the music of my son, Nathaniel. Give everybody and he wrote that music for the video. So if you haven't seen that, go on my short stuff playlist. Check out Arches National Park in the short stuff playlist. And I think you'll find it pretty soothing and most certainly beautiful. I think the music is beautiful, but music is a very subjective thing. That's just my taste. I know I'm biased because it's my son playing all the instruments, but I really think it's worth having a look. So if you haven't checked out Short Stuff Arches National Park, or even the other short stuff that's up there right now, the Utah, I would appreciate it if you have a look. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. I've got another one coming for Custer National Park. The music's written, the video's made. I just haven't decided to release it. But that'll be coming up, I think probably in June. Now, what else? My plans have drastically changed for the year, folks. I was supposed to be in South Carolina at the end of March to meet up with a Facebook group, Southern Goldwing Riders. I was also supposed to meet a viewer, actually, a guy named Doug. I won't give his last name because I don't know if that would be okay with him. But I was supposed to meet him, I think, the first week of May. And we decided that with everything going on, we didn't even know if we'd be able to get places to stay and eat. So we just kind of bagged that. I talked to him this week. He was down, he decided to take a ride up to Deals Gap. And he let me know he was up there. It was some beautiful weather and scenery that I saw. And he told me the Deals Gap motel was absolutely full, and there were 2 guys there from New Hampshire who had ridden down. So it gives me a lot of faith that I'll be able to travel come June. And that's what I'm looking at right now. It's supposed to be out in New Mexico, I think the 3rd week of June. And I really want to do that trip. I have to see if it's still on. It was a group of people from the Intruder Forum getting together, and I was going to go out there and meet them finally. I've talked to some of those people online since 2009, and I've only really met maybe 2 of them, 2 people from the Intruder Forum. So I'd like to do that in June. And I've decided that what I would like to do is I'd like to combine that trip with meeting some of you guys around the country. I can tell you I've already spoken with some people that are up for a meetup. So I'll be headed out to Western New York at the beginning of the trip. I'd like to make it down to Kentucky to meet up with Christopher Smith. Of course, if I'm going to be in that area, I'd love to see Memphis Mike again. And who knows, maybe get a chance to ride with him or certainly break bread with him. There are some other people. I'd like to go down and meet my friend Doug, my viewer that I just mentioned. I'd like to meet him down south somewhere, ride together with him for a couple of days. And there are other people. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm planning my trip around the country. And listen, if you'd like to meet when I'm out on the road, drop me a comment or send me an email. Either way, whatever you're more comfortable with. I put my email address on most of my videos when I remember to. I'm pretty good about it. I try to remember. Send me an email. If you're interested in meeting, I'd also like to go down to Pennsylvania. A couple of people down there that I'd like to meet. And so I think I've got a full schedule really for maybe June and a portion of July anyway. Then in July I'm supposed to go up to Nova Scotia. I would really like to do that, but at this point we don't even know if the border is going to be opened back up. That one's just kind of on hold. I'm going to make reservations just in case. And also you can cancel reservations for that one. I can't remember if it's 24 hours, 48 hours, or 72 hours in advance. That makes it pretty much a no-brainer. So, and at some point I would like to get down to, and I might not do this on a bike. I'm pretty well settled in on retiring in Tennessee, I think. And I'd like to go down there this summer and take a look at some land. If you know of any land for sale in the eastern part of Tennessee, please let me know. I'm looking for a decent-sized parcel, and my hope is to go down there and at least have access to it until Sharon retires, and then maybe build something down there, or maybe build something in the meantime. We'll see. We'll see. You know, here's the thing about this COVID thing, people. It has left so much up in the air. Oh, here's the Dunkin' Donuts right here where I'm supposed to meet Jimmy. And I do not see his bike. That's okay. That's okay. Am I a little early? I might be a little early. We'll see. Well, that's it for this episode of Motorcycle Confessions. Over and out. Have a great day, guys.